Welcome to the TX3 Voice Entry System training tutorial. In this tutorial, we will walk you through the steps of how to add a resident to the TX3 Voice Entry System via the keypad. The up arrow and the down arrow keys act as scrolling keys and are used to navigate the menu. The green phone key acts as the enter key and is used to enter a selection. The I key acts as the cancel key and is used to cancel a selection. The star key acts as the scrolling key and is used to scroll to the left. The pound key acts as the scrolling key and is used to scroll to the right. To enter configuration mode, press 9999. When you see the configuration menu, press Enter, which is the green handset button. For this tutorial, we will use the factory default passcode, which is 3333. When done, press Enter to move to the next section. To change your passcode, scroll down to Change Passcode and press Enter, which is the green handset button. Use the arrow key to change the Enter access level to 003 and press Enter. Now enter the new passcode. We strongly advise changing the default passcode to ensure that non-authorized persons cannot tamper with the records and configuration. To add a new resident, scroll down to Database and press Enter. Then select Add Record and press Enter. Now you may start adding a resident record. Enter the apartment number by using the numeric keypad. When done, press Enter to move to the next section. A dial code is a 1 to 4 digit code that is used to call a resident. Some property managers simplify managing the directory by having dial codes represent apartment numbers, thereby lessening the burden of continuously updating the name directory when residents move in or out. Enter a new number sequence to change the default dial code. Press Enter to move to the next section. The main door security code is a 1 to 4 digit code for a resident to use when letting visitors into the building through the main door. This code is a high-level security feature that is only necessary when people are gaining entry without being vetted by an occupant. In most cases, this feature should be left as its default value. The factory default for open main door is the number 9. If you wish to keep this code, leave the selection as 0 and press Enter to move to the next section. Auxiliary door security code is a 1 to 4 digit code for a resident to use when letting visitors into the building through the auxiliary door. The factory default auxiliary door security code is 6. If you wish to keep this code, leave the selection as 0 and press Enter to move to the next section. To enter a resident's name, use the number key to select the appropriate character. Maximum number of characters is 15. Press any number key once, twice, 3, or more times to cycle through the characters associated with that key. Capital letters appear after you cycle through all of the lowercase letters. When you reach the character you want, stop pressing the key and the character will remain on the display. Press the number 1 for punctuation options. Moving the cursor. Press the star key to move the cursor back. Press the pound key to move the cursor forward. Please note that arrow keys are unused for entering resident names. Press 0 once to delete a character. Press 0 twice for the number 0. If you accidentally enter the wrong character while configuring a name, press star once to backspace or press 0 to delete the letter. When completed, press Enter to move to the next section. Line in use is an option to choose which telephone line or NSL controller line a resident will be using when dialing. The factory default line is 1. If you wish to keep it, press the Enter key to move to the next section. You can enter the resident phone number by using the numerical keypad. Press Enter to move to the next section. Keyless code is a 1 to 6-digit code for a resident to enter the premises without using a key. Enter the keyless code by using the numerical keypad. Press Enter to move to the next section. Keyless code correlation is used to select the door that can be opened by the resident when using a keyless entry code. Use arrow keys to scroll and press pound or star to make a selection. The factory default is the main door relay. If you wish to keep this selection, press Enter to move to the next section. Elevator restriction address is the elevator restriction address for this particular resident. If you don't have an elevator control in place, you can keep it as the factory default by pressing Enter to move to the next section. Elevator restriction code is the elevator restriction relay number for this particular resident. If you don't have an elevator control in place, you can keep it as the factory default by pressing Enter to move to the next section. Hide display is used to turn the resident information display on or off. When off, the resident information will not be displayed on the LCD display directory. Use the arrow keys to scroll and press pound to make a selection. When finished, press Enter to move to the next section. The default ring pattern is ring pattern 1. Use arrow keys to scroll and press pound to make a selection. When done, press Enter to complete adding a resident. Thank you for completing the How to Add a Resident TX3 voice entry training tutorial.